Welcome back to Cat Simplified channel. Today we are going to look at forms using developer. And then I'll be taking Free State question paper 2022, question number 1.10. Now let's go through the question. To gather information, the form details for the med post pharmacy on page 11 must be edited as follows. 1.10.1, format the text form field for name to uppercase and then the maximum length of 10. So we have to change the text form field name to uppercase with a length of 10. Now, if you don't have developer, you must make sure that you insert developer from the forms. You go to File, Options, and then you will see Advanced, Customize ribbon. Then you must check if that developer is ticked or checked. If it's not checked, you won't find it here. And then okay. Right. So now the question says the name form field must be changed to the size of 10 and in uppercase. So you double click on it. Then you will see maximum length. You click on the first arrow up, then to give you 1, then you change it to 10. And then the text format, you choose uppercase. Remember, we have lowercase, first capital, and title case. So now this question wants us to change it to uppercase. And then the type, sometimes you can get a question that it will ask you to change the type. Because the name is a regular text, we leave it like that. If it's a number, date, current time, calculations, we find it under type. And if you want a particular text to be inside it, you type it here under the default text. Let's say the entry. And then okay. So say entry will be there. Right, so that's the default text. This question didn't want us to do that. So let me delete it. Right, the next question. It says choose an appropriate data type for the text form field at the identity number. Maximum length should be 13. Add the help text to the status bar and to the help key F1. Numbers only, no spaces. So this question, we need to change the data type. We need to also change the maximum length, and we must also add the help text that says numbers only, no spaces. So let's take a look at that. Right, that is the identity number. We double click. It cannot be, for a number, we know that ID number can be short text or text. But now this question says numbers only. If it is in database, then you have to choose regular text. But then because it's in the form, it should be number for ID number. And then the measurement length should be 13. Now again, this question, we can change the format. Also, if it's number, when it's currency or just the numbers, also you can change it. But this question didn't ask us to do that. Then it says we must add the help text. We click on it. And then we must be in the status bar and then the help key. So the status bar, we type there numbers only, no spaces. This one will guide you how to insert or type the values. And then we do the same under the help key, numbers only, no spaces. And then okay. Right, so we have changed the ID number to number and 13 digits, and then the help text we have changed to also numbers only, no spaces. So when you click on F1, it's going to give you a guide. right? Or when you press the F1 key. Now let's move to the next question. Edit the drop-down list of the options numbered as follows. Add the option Tanzanite and then show it as the first option. So that's the options. Options, different schemes here. We have to add Tanzanite. So you drop down item, that's what we add. And then you click on add, or you can just press enter. Then it should be the first option. So we use this move up and down arrows to move them or move it to the first one. So we use this one to change the position. If you don't want a particular one, also you click on it and choose remove as well. Then when you are done, you click OK. So it will be the first option. Right, that's how we insert a drop down. And then also check boxes. They can ask you to insert check boxes. For checkbox, you go to developer, and then you see this one, those legacy tool. Then you use the legacy form, which is checkbox. So if you insert checkbox, you double click. So for checkboxes, you can insert or change the checkbox size, let's say to 30. And then whether the default value should be checked or not checked. The question can tell you to do that. Also, checkbox, we have the help text as well. So that's how we insert checkboxes. Right. Now let's move straight to the next question. 1.10.4, change the type of the calculation field to the calculation so that the normal fee per option field is multiplied by the co-payment field and will be calculated every time the form is closed. So this is the calculation in forms. Calculations in forms, the data type will be calculated or calculation. And then we normally use what we call the bookmark name. So here we are going to multiply the normal fee per option field by the co-payment. So we are doing the calculations here under the calculation, but don't forget to check. We are going to multiply the normal fee per option by the co-payment value. Now, so we need to check first of all the bookmark name. Unlike spreadsheet whereby we use the cell name and database whereby we use the field name. Here we use the bookmark name. So you double click, check the bookmark name. The bookmark name here is text A. If you don't want to use, you can change it also. And then let's go to co-payment. The bookmark name is text 9. There's no space. So meaning we are going to multiply text 8 by text 9 under the calculation. So we double click here. The type will change from number to calculation. And then we put the expression here, the calculation here, which is text 8 times text 9. The text 8 will be for the bookmark name for normal fee per option. And text 9 is the bookmark name for co-payment. Now, calculations, because it deals with numbers, currency, we can change it to the R symbol, right? With 2 decimal place. You can choose this one. Or alternatively, you can just put R under the format. Then okay. So meaning this time that if you put any value under co-payment, let's say I put 5. So when I double click here with the R, remember the question says calculation on exit. It must do the calculation automatically on exit as well. So you tick this one and then okay. So the answer will be there. It's multiplying these two. So that is how we do calculations in Microsoft form. Now, we move straight to another type, which is very important with regards to forms. Now we know how to do calculations. You know how to do the drop down and then the check boxes. You know how to change the text box. Now there are other ones like the text box. Let's say I want to change this text box here. If you want to change it to the current date, if you want the current date, you choose the current date. Then you can change the current date format as well. If it's not here, you change the format that you want it to be. And then, okay, so it gives the current date. Again, the current time, you can change the current time as well. You can change the format of the current time. And then, okay. So to give the current date and then the current time. And then you can equally change the format. So basically, this is all about Microsoft Form. You must know the text box, how to change the properties of the text form field, and again, how to also insert a checkbox, and then the drop down, and then also calculation. Right, let's check another question regarding the forms. We will look at Northwest 2022 7.2.2. Northwest 2022 7.2.2. Yeah, this is 2022 Northwest question paper. And then 7.2.2. Right, this is also a form. Then it says we must open 7 week. No, 7 superhero. So let's go and check Northwest question paper 2022, 7 superhero. Seven super logo, yes. Now we need to modify this form. There's a form given to us here, order form. Now the question wants us to modify it as follows. 1, find the name, the heading name, and add a text control form. To allow you to type them, your name, with a maximum of, so here this question was not complete. It didn't give the number of characters that you must add. Format the text form next to the heading, send name to display send names in capital letters. Insert a suitable control next to the word female. And then format the drop down to include the size extra large. Right. So here we needed to insert a text form field. So we go to developer. Then we select this one, legacy tool, text form field. Now you double click and then the maximum size, didn't tell us the maximum size. So let's say the maximum size is 25. And then we can, because it's named, we can make it first capital. Then the send name, again, the question is telling us to display the send names in capital letters. So we have to display the send names in capital letters. The format should be uppercase. Then we must add a checkbox here. And then the size, it says extra large. We have to add extra large to it. Then you click on add. So if the question wants it to be the first option, you just go up into the first option. So basically, this is how form and developer is all about. Sometimes also they can ask you to restrict the editing. So you select it and then you go to restrict editing. Then you take here, allow only this type of editing, which will be filling in forms. Then you click on Start Enforcing Protection. Without password or with a password, the question will tell you what you must do. So meaning when you try to delete anything there, it will not allow you to delete, only filling in the forms, nothing more. Now, if you want to stop the protection, you click on Stop Protection, and then it will be able to delete. Right. So this is all about forms. Thank you for your precious time. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel.